Hello, everyone. Welcome into the Arrowhead Addict Film Friday. I am Matt Verderame, and today we're going to look at a run by Isiah Pacheco in the fourth quarter of the Chiefs' 32-27 win over the Los Angeles Chargers on Sunday Night Football. I wanted to pick out this play because after watching all of Pacheco's runs a few times, I think this one is the most instructive as to how the Chiefs can play with him moving forward, and also why having him in the backfield makes it easier on this offensive line. Look, Pacheco is the fastest running back the Chiefs have. It's not arguable. It's not close. And when you have speed, you set up blocks in a different way. The Chiefs ran a lot of gap scheme stuff in this game, and I expect that they're going to do more of it going forward. It's the best way to get Pacheco loose, and I think this play is going to show why. So let's set this up. It's 2nd and 1 on the Chiefs 49-yard line. Fourth quarter, this is the drive that ends up in Jerick McKinnon fumbling. It's a few plays later. The Chiefs are in 13 personnel. Okay, they got a back and 3 tight ends. They've got Gray and Fortson off the right-hand side of the offensive line. Kelsey's in line next to Orlando Brown, and Justin Watson is the only receiver on the field. The Chargers, they're in nickel. They don't match it. They don't go big. They don't go with base. That 2nd and 1, they're probably worried about a shot play here, some play action. So they stay in the nickel, and they bring in a healthy respect for the run in the sense of they have 8 guys down in the box. One guy kind of on the edge of the box there. But they are essentially willing to concede a little bit of rushing yardage here because they don't want to get beat over the top. But none of that really matters. What matters here is the way the Chiefs block this up and the way Pacheco sets everything up with the way he runs on this play. And so if we run the play here a little bit, what you're going to see is, so Pacheco gets the handoff. If you look at Wiley does a great job, gets a reach block. That's the hardest block there is in football. Turns his guy, gets the block. That sets up to make sure that nothing's coming off the backside. Okay. Tooney, he gets a really critical block, gets his shoulders square, drives his man off the line of scrimmage. Humphrey's going to try to climb to the second level. Trey Smith, if you watch him, actually, Trey Smith gets nasty on this play, throws his guy to the ground and gives him a little business afterwards. You'll also notice Justin Watson going down the field here. He's going to get a key block that we'll focus on in a second. Travis Kelce will do the same thing. He's going to chip here to help Orlando Brown because Brown's trying to get a reach block himself. It's a very, very tough block. So the Chiefs are right to help him out. And Pacheco shows good patience, as you're going to see here in a second. So what Pacheco is going to do is he's going to press the line, which means he's going to kind of run parallel to it for a second. He's not going to try to shoot a gap real quick. He's going to use his speed to get outside. This is a run that Chiefs would never have done with anybody else. Just don't have the speed. It's not a knock on Edwards-Helaire or a McKinnon. Pacheco has the skill set to run this play. They don't have anybody else who has the skill set. So if we run it here a little bit, you're going to see that Brown's going to get the block he needs to get. Kelsey now has disengaged from his chip. He's moved up to the second level. He's got a key block. So Kelsey not only gets the chip to help Brown, he then gets the next guy. Watson gets all the way downfield. He's going to get the safety. Gray is getting a good piece of Derwin James. He's sealing the backside. Okay? This is perfectly blocked up. Like, the Chiefs are built to run this kind of scheme because they're athletic. The Chiefs are really athletic up front. Like, they're not maulers necessarily up front, although they can be sometimes with Brown and Smith in the run game. But they're really athletic. Like, for as big as Brown is, he's an athletic guy. Smith is a really athletic guy. He can pull. He's excellent at it. Humphrey's one of the most athletic centers in football. Tooney's so athletic he can play tackle, guard, or center. This helps the Chiefs because on a play like this, you've got to be able to get out in space. You've got to be able to get out on the edge. And by the way, look at Pacheco. He's running parallel. He's getting outside. Now the Chiefs have set up the picket fence here. Okay, if you look, the top of those, if you look like the top of the screen, you have 3 Chargers defenders, right, who are like at the top of the screen, so to speak, and it's just in a line. The Chiefs are setting up that picket fence. All Pacheco's got to do is use his speed to get to the corner. And if we run it a little bit here, you're going to see gets outside. Now look at Kelsey's still getting a piece here of his guy, and Watson is blocking his guy almost 15 yards downfield. And now he can run the play out the rest of the way. And Pacheco gets a nice 9-yard gain. Chiefs are on the move. Unfortunately, they fumble on this drive, but of course, they end up winning the game on the following drive. Look, that play, it was not the biggest run Pacheco had all day long. He had a 28-yarder, he had an 18-yarder. But that play shows why I think the Chiefs have really found something in the run game. They know that if they run this scheme with that guy and his speed, they've got something. Now, the Chargers' run defense is awful, let's be clear. But I think that's a replicatable thing for the Chiefs and this offense. Isiah Pacheco's speed, the offensive line's athleticism, and the Chiefs' willingness to block with the receivers and the tight ends could really change the way they run the ball here down the stretch.